When I opened my page, I was stuck in India during COVID time. I really wanted to step out of my comfort zone of Dubai, so I moved to Mumbai. I went there all by myself, found a house, started working there, seeing the world outside Dubai, because I always loved capturing everything that I love. I just keep capturing it. My first post ever was of a dark chocolate ganache mousse cake.
Okay, so today we have the one and only Cruising Cravings. I do not know how do you get this name, but everybody who's watching and listening, please welcome Conan. Hi there. Like if you are listening in your car, do not leave your steering wheel and don't just we know you're clapping. So Conan, firstly, let me speak a little bit about you. This usually I do before the video, but I thought let's talk to you.
Wow.
For me, Cruising Craving is one of the best and premium quality travel content creator with food as well. And I think people in Dubai really appreciate your content and love it, and I'm quite sure that I'm not the only person who might be telling you that I watch your content and I go to the place. Have you heard this for the first time?
Yes, no, not for the first time, but every time I listen to it, it just gives me another reason to just to keep going.
Okay.
To keep going.
Amazing. And I really feel that I feel social media in Dubai is like a new thing. It's still not how it is in other countries, especially like India. India is like way ahead. But coming years down the line, you'll be one of those creators who are going to be called as the OG creators.
I hope.
In travel. And it's happening. It's going to happen. It's there with everyone. I think we are in that growing stage in Dubai in social media. And you and Safia and a lot of other creators are like the forerunners, which now creators will like, I want to be like them and I want to be like Conan. I want to travel.
When you say it like that.
Yeah, it is. But first things first, how did you get the name Cruising Cravings? Because it doesn't have your name at all.
Yeah. Right? So the first thing, I remember I was beating my head a lot on getting a name, even before I had anything, even before I had the content. And I just stopped, I stopped. I opened a page with my own name. It was my username.
What was it called? Conan. Okay.
It was called Conan 2501. Okay. And I just had that name and I started following people from my own personal page. Okay. And people were thinking that my account got hacked or someone is catfishing me or something. Okay. And I was like, no guys, it's me. It's me. It's just my page, something that I'm starting. But I remember one thing, that I didn't want to rush into the name because when I wanted to crack that name, I wanted it to sound more like a brand than a personal thing, because that's the kind of vision I always had. Like, like how we have like Gulf Buzz or Curly Tails or something like that.
Yeah, does sound.
So I just wanted something that if inshallah one day I have my own production house or like a media house, then it should have something like a nice branding. So that was the whole vision behind it.
But how did it come? How did it just pop? Why is it not Cruising with Conan, and why is it Cruising Cravings?
Because
am I saying it correctly?
Cruising Cravings, yeah, correct. So two things that I love the most: travel and food, and eating while traveling, and traveling and eating. Everything goes together. Whether it's on road trips, whether it's any country, I think the first thing that you always look out for is like, okay, yahan pe what do you get to eat? What's the most delicious dish, or what's the most famous one? So I think that's somewhere where I thought travel and food going together, and then the abbreviation. Yes, I even thought that if I ever get a name, then it should have like something. It should have like a rhyming thing, like CC. It's called something in English.
Rhyming words?
No, there are like two words which start with the same letter. I can't remember.
Amazing Anil, like that.
Yes. It's called something in English. So I wanted something like that. So my partner, he actually
Came with that name?
Came with that name. So Viraj was the one who suddenly brought it in front of me. I'm like, sounds nice. So he made a page called Telling Tales, which is not like, he doesn't use it, like Telling Tales. So like,
that's how it
somewhere,
came.
Yeah.
Damn, okay. Coming to content, or coming to, before we come to anything, there's coffee in front of us and I don't want it to be, going cold. So first, cheers. Cheers on the coffee. And let's have a sip. To great content. So,
thank you.
I hope you like the coffee first.
I've finished half of it, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. Coming to content. First, before that, I want to know, are you a Dubai kid? Like.
Yes.
So
I'm here since 22 years.
You did your schooling?
Yeah.
My camera person also from Dubai, by the way. Just to let everyone know.
Yeah.
There is someone recording this thing also. So
shout out to her.
Yeah, obviously the best one. Dubai Bling, the OG. Yeah, Dubai Bling. You are actually the OG Dubai Bling. Season 2 or season 3 comes and they should showcase. Have you done your schooling from here?
Yes, schooling, university.
So your parents came to Dubai?
So my parents moved here in 95.
Okay.
And I was in India. Just a year after that, I was born. So I was in India for 4 years. I lived with my grandparents for 4 years.
Achha, for your parents to adjust.
Yeah, so my parents came here, and then in 2000 I moved here and I started my schooling here.
How is schooling in Dubai? Like, how is it? Is it fun or is it traumatic? Can be true. Traumatic?
So see, for me, I've been in the same schools for 14 years. I have not changed school in between.
Okay.
So for me, it was more like home. I kind of like just grew into it. I saw my school go from one branch to like 4 or 5 branches. And
what is the name of the school?
Arun English High School.
Yes. Everybody is going that school,
so we were like the OG, Arun, DPS, IHS, SIS. Like I think all of us were like, like these are the OG Dubai kids from these 4 years.
Damn, and then how were you in school? Like, were you a good, bright student, average, or like me, passing? I would pray to God that I pass.
But do you really think that has mattered to you in the life, like in future? No, right? So I think
it has just scarred me very badly. But the rest of life is great. But I still feel traumatized sometimes when I remember my childhood. No. But it's fun. It doesn't affect.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it was very mixed for me. So growing up, I used to be very bad at maths, and obviously like I was very bad at that. So I remember like it. So I was always like that student who was not like a topper. He was like an average student, but I would always be like running behind more curricular activities.
I can't believe this. I just feel that you are a topper.
Wait. I'm coming to that.
Okay.
I'm coming to that.
I know you are a topper. So, it's just not possible.
Why?
I don't know. You give a vibe that you should be a topper. I don't come across that type of person. My camera person might come, I think, but I think if my camera person says that Sujita says that if she's a topper, I would not believe it. Like with heart, but I think she might. Don't throw.
I have my phone here.
But Conan saying, like, some people you just feel, I know you're a topper. You must have topped some time in your life.
I'll tell you. So all my school life, I was like, just messing around and like just going for curricular activities. So I used to be like a topper in those fields. Like I used to always be out there. I would want to like lead a team and do activities and talent shows, fashion shows, and all those activities. But as a student, I was like a little average. Moving to 10th, I got a good GPA somehow. I managed to. But in 11th and 12th, they were like very bad years for me because I was like accounts. I had accounts. Okay. So I was like, accounts, I don't want to do
Maths,
accounts.
okay,
yeah,
maths, okay.
Same thing. So I was like, no. And then I remember in 12th, Anil, there was not a single exam in accounts I got, like if we would have a 50 marks paper, I would not get in double digits. I would always get 9, 7.
That sounds like my full 10 years in school.
And I don't know what happened. Like I used to mess around the whole year. I think the last 3 months of my my school, in 12th, I gave it all in. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'll just study and I'll just like, like let's just get done with this. And I did my studies and I was still having fun. I was still going out. I was still breaking my your grounded rules at home. But then 12th board exam got over, and then I woke up to 30 missed calls because I was waiting for my result the whole night.
Okay.
And I slept when my results were out. I just fell asleep and I woke up to 30 missed calls, and my mom came home from her work.
Okay.
At 10 a.m. she came back to wake me up to see if I've not fainted with my result or something, and then she came and then I scored in 90s.
90?
And then
What?
And then it was 93.
You came first?
No, I didn't come first.
Then what?
But then my accounts teacher called me. She's like, Kanan. And then I'm like, really? Really?
Which rank did you come? I'm just curious. Which rank was it? Which, like, in your school, if you got 90?
In my school, so my name came in Khalij Times newspaper.
See, I just sensed it.
I still have the newspaper with me.
Oh my
and
God.
Then it was, it was a 9th rank.
5 minutes back, you said you were an average student.
But see, all's well that ends well.
That's nice.
So yeah, then I was like, okay, 14 years of my life in school, worth it. Khalas. And then I was like done.
I so knew it that you had to top some. It's just like sometimes toppers give vibes that and then some people like me, you'll get vibes that I would never.
Could be with you, I get like.
But the fact is, I was at topped my college in 12th. Really? I came second in my college.
Wow! See, to top in college, it's like.
It's the easiest thing because nobody's studying. Yeah, my college. You know what? I'll tell you. It's even though I brag about it, I'll tell you the fact. So I came second in my college, second my freaking college.
Wow.
And I studied well. Guess my percentage. Like, what do you think? Like, here they have that GPA, whatever, GPA. I don't understand. But in India, it's all about percentages. Percentage, 99. Just guess. Guess, Suchita, what would be my percentage? I topped. I came second.
I think 84, 85.
Close. I got 76. Topper got 80. Number three. Just guess what's number 3. Number 3 was 48.
What?
All
so you can cut all of this and we'll just start from where he said I topped in my college.
So the worst part was in my college was filled with all sorts of low rankers, failures, and they all were there, right?
So humble, no?
And then I was like, I can do better than
For a guy
them.
who makes such confident, such amazing videos on Instagram.
Yeah, that was the first time I thought and believed in myself that I can study. But then that was in Goa. I was studying in Goa. Then I moved to Mumbai, and Mumbai first year again I was back to 48, 49. But then again by third year I was like into full on hardcore video making, extracurriculars, this, that. I won a lot of awards. And I knew I was supposed to be I had won Student of the Year in my college.
Ooh.
It was a big thing, right? It was a really big thing. But at the same time, I was so confident that I had done so well extracurricular wise and all that I was so confident I was supposed to be the first ever Student of the Year failure. I was sure. I was literally sure that I'm going to fail because third year, I had not attended any classes because I was doing so well that the teachers were supporting me. Anil, you go, no problem, we'll handle everything. So I knew they'll handle my attendance, they'll handle internal, but external, which I have to write. Somebody like, what will I do? And I just knew that this is going to be the biggest embarrassment of the college that they've given Student of the Year. This is big because it's so big because there's different departments: science, arts, commerce.
And then you're like topping all
BMM,
of it.
Engineering, and I'm top. Nice. And they've given me this award. Anil, best Student of the Year. Anil Lovo. And this guy.
Now you'll get the best.
He's gonna fail. I was like, oh shit. But I don't know. I really feel till date these guys did something because they were 86. And I still don't know what shit I've written on that paper. I really don't know. Nice, this is hands on the truth.
Right? He's a very humble guy.
But you get, with my attire, you'll get that vibe that yes, I am not so good in studies and never will be.
See, that doesn't matter only. I
Kismat hai bhai. It's just some people must have paid that.
In fact, when I topped, I told my nanny, she used to tell me, my grandmom, she's like, I'm praying for you. And so there used to be a mosque near my house. So my nanny is so old, and like she was like, I'm walking to that mosque and coming back. As in Urdu they say mannat.
Yeah, you know what I did? Because I passed, I went to there's this pilgrimage in India called Velankani. Like all Christians go there. So literally, I was so thankful that why such a big embarrassment has not happened for anyone. I went and shaved my head because everyone was shaving. But I didn't know what to do. Thank you, God. Shaved. Why? But the fact is, I shaved because Dhoni had shaved. Like I'm a big fan of Dhoni and India won the World Cup and all that.
Great, great. Not like, oh God, surely doesn't have intentions.
I mean, I was like, I want to do it, but I'm not that confident. But because Dhoni did it, so I can tell people, yeah, Dhoni. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it is. Coming to Dubai, coming to the one of the best content creator, Conan. I want to know, like there is in social media, you can be any type of content creator. What motivated you or what inspired you to be a travel and a food? What was the first video you remember what you made? Was it food or was it travel?
It was definitely food because just a fact, like when I opened my page, I was stuck in India during COVID times.
So, okay, you're also 2020
yes,
social media content creator.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. So I was stuck in India, and the reason why I was stuck in India is because just 2 years before that, I really wanted to step out of my comfort zone of Dubai. So I moved to Mumbai.
That's a big move.
Yes. So it was like I went there all by myself, found a house, started working there.
Alone?
All alone. Okay. All alone.
Where did you go? Mumbai?
Yeah, in Mumbai. And I was there for like 8-9 months, and then my company there transferred me to Pune. Okay. So Pune was like amazing. So during these 2 years of like, just being and seeing the world outside Dubai, because I used to I never traveled, like apart from Dubai, I used to just go to Hyderabad, where I'm basically from. So I had never been to Mumbai before, and I'd never been to Pune. So the whole route, Lonavala, it all made me feel so good, and I would always eat outside. So I always had gallery filled with photos and videos of food and travel with nowhere. It just used to be there because I always loved capturing everything that I love. I just keep capturing it. And I think that's how like I had all of this stored, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I want to start. And I remember I used to put a picture of whatever I used to order and eat. I had a very pretty balcony. I would do photo shoots there, staying alone in COVID times. I had a lot of fun doing that. So I think my first post ever was of a dark chocolate ganache mousse cake.
Wow, okay.
And it was one of my favorite that I always used to go and have in Pune. So I just took a nice picture of that, and that was my first one, which is archived now.
Okay. But then how did you switch to travel? Same concept that because you were already having that or something?
Yeah, so F&B just started, and then I came to Dubai right after COVID. And in between India to Dubai, I had gone to Uttarakhand and Mysore,
I don't know. Bad in geography.
Uttarakhand is Mussoorie, right? Yeah.
Dehradun.
Yes, correct. Dehradun. So I was like, oh my God, I've never seen so much beauty in my life before, especially being in Dubai. You just see mountains and like high-rise buildings and stuff. So it was so beautiful. And then I got that urge to, travel more. And I think that's how it just started coming in. And then when I moved to Dubai, F&B was like always on top of my mind, because you know how Dubai is when it comes to food. There's one or the other cafe opening up every second day, and there's so much, so many Instagrammable food. Everyone's competing to be the best. So we content creators get the best from there. And then I integrated travel because being in Dubai, I always craved that part. When I was in India, so I always craved that part about like nature and all of that. So then I started exploring places around. And the more I explored, the more I was like, oh my God, why do people not know about this? Why do people not just like, let's educate people, let's enlighten them with all these places that are there around, and that's how like it just happened.
It just spiked me just now. This is not part of the conversation, but it just came to me recently. You posted about the maggots. You remember you'd gone to Oman and Oman was it?
No, it was here in Ras Al
I saw.
Khaimah.
I loved the content, but then I got
the worms, right?
Yeah, what was that? How did it taste? You didn't mention that.
So many people have been asking me about that.
They were all dead, right? I hope.
Yeah, of course they were dead.
I've watched Fear Factor, so I have really different opinions of maggots.
So that was a very crazy experience because like I was on a survival course.
So it's like a course stuff that you're doing all.
Yeah, it's like part of a camping
workshop.
Yeah, like a camping thing, overnight camping. So there we were told that surviving in the wild is not as easy. And let's say if you actually have to survive in the wild, then what would you do? And there's a lot more to that video than the worms. It was just for fun, but there was so much like eating worms at that point, if given an option, seemed so good compared to the things that they mentioned.
What? Like lizard? Snake? Yeah,
things like that. So the person who was training, like the person who was giving us a course, he told that he had to eat this and that, and can't tell, it's like gross.
Okay, leave it then. Okay.
So I mean, so at that point worms were like,
how did it taste?
It actually, the first reaction. So the best part about that course was like the fact that it's your mentality, it's your mindset. Because that you're eating worms, it makes it 10 times worse. But if you just change if you get a control over your mind, then I mean, no, it's not the best thing.
Okay.
But you can eat it because it tastes like chips. Or if you
had chips.
No, not Oman, no salty. I mean, if you want, you can add like mirchi, namak and all that. But no, it tasted like just chips, like thin wafers.
You liked it?
I did.
Did you hear that?
She's gonna run out of the room. Our podcast will get... Listen, people, you think you'll get views on this? You won't.
I don't know.
Like,
this is so interesting that you ate worms.
And it tasted like, nuts.
Which nuts?
Like nuts, yeah. I mean like peanuts or almonds.
Really?
Okay, like suppose if you crush all the nuts and you get that powder, right?
Yeah, okay.
So that powder, if it's sprinkled on something and if you just have it. So it was just see what happened
That's exactly what Chinese told us, and that's what happened in 2020. Dark joke, leave it.
Very dark.
Yeah,
but see that was not the worst part. The chewing was not the worst part. The worst part was like it was on my tongue and I'm like it's on my tongue. I can feel like 3 lines on my
Oh shit, okay. But but tell me more about like if that was like okay, then what all difficult things happened in that thing?
No, that was like the only thing, but it was a very short, so Bear Grylls, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a small course.
Organized by him, like scripted or something by him?
Kind of, like, so he has his world's biggest, Bear Grylls first camp in Dubai.
Okay.
So that is where this whole course thing happened.
And then you got to experience.
Wow. Yeah, so they kind of took
Coming to you as a content creator, like I know that you are obviously doing content for yourself, but you have a separate career as well. Let's talk about your career journey. So before, right now you're working with FilmFare Middle East. Before that, you're working with another company. What jobs were you doing to cater the content creation? What was the first job?
So my first job was in Zomato.
I was food blogger. Okay.
Yeah, it's very ironic though. And that time I was not a blogger, so it was in Zomato, and I was doing like sales and marketing there. Okay. I was an intern, and then that was like where it started, like the whole marketing experience. And I went to Mumbai also, and I got some marketing experience. But coming to Dubai, and when I started my blog, I always keep reminding myself that where I am right now, whatever jobs I get, it's purely like based on the kind of content
that you
I
make.
create. In fact, my last interview, when I had gone to interview with FilmFare Middle East and Daniel Properties, basically,
Yeah.
my chairman, he actually didn't have my CV in front of him. He came, he
Saw
was
your
like,
Instagram
put your
profile.
Instagram handle.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was like, damn, this needs to be a little more neat and nice and
It's
professional.
neat. That's always
Yeah,
neat.
I mean, like, then I realized that it's serving as a portfolio, you know, like the kind of the content, the whole editing or everything. So that's how like I got into, I also worked with an agency where I was doing influencer marketing and social media.
Oh, you know, sorry, I'm just sorry. I just realized in my interview was like that only. Like, you know, Himanshu, right? Himanshu, I came for the interview. The worst interview for me because I was coming for social media and come with this full suit, woot, full salesman type of guy. I came because I didn't know what to do. And then he also went on my profile and showing my videos. And he's literally seeing, I do not recommend anyone see my old videos, but
Now I have to.
he saw and he's enjoying. I felt like I made a long back. So it's a little bit, not a little bit, a lot cringy to me. And he was like, yeah, I will do this. And that's how I got it. I want to know how you reacted. Obviously, he sent. And what was his reaction? What happened that time? Mine was very cringy. Like, he liked it, but I was like, oh, shit.
At that point, I remembered every flaw in my video.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, this could have been better. Oh, the text could have been neater. Oh, this, that, you know. So, like, that's what made me realize when I went for the content creator's position. But, you know what's like really challenging? Like, your own personal page, when you make videos for your personal page, it's so different when you make for your brand.
Right.
You know, I think you also can kind of relate because you're doing like for social media and for your own personal page. I think it's kind of don't you think it's a bit different? Because for me especially, well, like when I'm making video for a brand, I end up having a personal touch to it, which I can't. Like I have to keep it very generic. I don't know if you can
like, I can understand, yeah, obviously.
what I mean.
I do understand it.
Yeah, so it's kind of, that's a bit difficult.
Like for me, difficult is in the same space when I'm creating content for Rayna and then personally. Sometimes initially I would not be able to understand the difference.
The line.
What to do and what not. It's just after experience you can understand, okay, you can do this on yours. Yeah. I mean, you can do, a person can do anything, but in a brand like Rayna, you have to like really think and see what's not going to go against. Correct. But yeah, that when your team is like, I had a team which was new and they were able to guide me well. Yeah. So for me, what are the other challenges that you face? I'm quite sure that drawing the line is going to be for everyone. What is, because they are hiring you because they've seen your work, so they are expecting somewhat of that comes into your brand as well. That's why they want you. Yeah. So apart from drawing the line, what else do you think happened?
There has obviously been a little bit of conflict of interest also, because then, you know, when you are representing your company, then you have to be very mindful of the personal collaborations also that you do. And you have to think in the company's best interest. Yeah. So if I'm into a real estate and if I'm promoting a competitor on my personal page, then you know it's like you know it's like an RJ. When an RJ is from a particular radio channel, and if he has to put up a video on his personal page, and if he is representing like if he's like the brand ambassador or something of, let's say, this coffee, then he's actually talking for the radio. Yeah. You know, so I had to like really like understand that and learn that like whatever I do, whatever I put out there
needs to be also in line with your company.
Yeah, no, it's just that it should not be conflict of interest, or it should not like you know, be a competition.
I think I can explain it. Like for example, Rayna Tours is very easy for people to understand. Yeah. Everyone knows I'm associated with Rayna Tours, like most of the people at least. So if by any chance I galti say put a video of a
competitor,
I'll give the name also. Yacht, third party yacht, which Rayna is not doing, then it becomes conflict of interest.
And now you have the hot air balloon.
Now I have event.
Congrats to that.
Rayna Tours, good job for getting hot air balloon. Yeah, hot air balloon was another example. If I have to go for hot air balloon, because so many brands want to collaborate with me for hot air balloon, but then I cannot do it because I already have and I can still get it.
So that is something
So I get it.
But on the other end, I think I've learned a lot in terms of like my video editing, the apps that I use, or even apps. Everything I've like experimented on my own, and it's not that my company presented me with a app and said that you edit here. They were like, whatever you have, just do your own thing. So I think that experimenting different apps and like the small details, you know, like my text in my first clip and my text in the second clip. Now I even make sure that it's all aligned. It's not like upar fir niche, because then the attention span of the person who's watching your video, it just gets too crowded or too messy or too fast. Up and down. So small details like this that I've learned while making my company's content and stuff. So
damn, I didn't. I mean, I heard this thing in some video long back, wherein Instagram, which is this, is very actually nobody talks about it, but it's actually a very disturbing way for anybody to see.
Yeah,
it's better to see it as a YouTube video. Right? It's comfortable. This is not comfortable.
Not comfortable.
That's why a lot of people, you know, when they are on Instagram, they feel a little bit stressed. Like you will feel that little bit heaviness in your head when you're off. True. So and then if as a content creator you're doing this like one up, one down, it becomes more difficult.
Becomes more difficult. True.
So that is like a valid point wherein you actually. For me, like when I heard this from just now, I just realized the importance of having that text at the same place, because it becomes easier.
And not everyone, like when you're scrolling on Instagram, not everyone will click on your video and watch the video. You just have that duration. So if your text is already on top, then they've lost.
They've gone. Yeah, that's crazy. Coming back to the places that you worked with Zomato. Then where did you shift? Like, what's that?
So then I actually briefly worked with Amity University, my own university. Like I studied there. So I was in contact with the vice president at that time. So she really we had a very good rapport. And it was right after my graduation. So that was like my first official post-graduation job, working in my own university. So I was like on the other side.
Is it common to work in their own university? I heard a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, I heard like a lot of people who have worked with the university. I don't know, in Dubai it's that common. I don't know. But how is it working? But back in your own place?
It was nice, but I think you know, wherever I worked, I started realizing, and I picked up that, you know, I want to do much more than this. Like I want to be into even in my university, I was into student services. So I was like, no, I want to be in events, or I want to be on my feet. I want to make noise. I want to do something. I want to organize something. So it was a very comfortable job for me. And then that's also when I was going through my mental crisis of whether I want to be in Dubai or I want to go step out of my comfort zone. And then right after that, I went to India and in Bombay. And there I worked with a company called Sutra HR, which was super.
Sutra HR, okay.
You know?
No.
Okay.
I just added a comma in the front end.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ari, that's a nice company. It's a good place to work. But what is it about? Sorry.
What is it about? It's a company.
Sutra. Like a good company, or it's what I think it is. But I am really confused. Okay. Again, let's move ahead.
Okay. So there was this company like Sutra HR, and they had this thing called Mumbai Co-working. So there celebrities used to come for photo shoot. It was like a nice terrace, and it was like a Filmi Gyan. Do you know?
Yeah, Filmi Gyan.
They used to rent out that space to like work and stuff. So there I worked into digital marketing. And then the same company was like, then I moved to Pune for their branch. Yeah. And I landed into a corporate job right after that in India.
How was it? How was it working?
It was really
the best place in the world, corporate.
No, but you know what? I really enjoyed it. It was very nice. I worked there for like good 1.5 years before I came to Dubai. It was really, really nice. And it was a whole different vibe. You know, you see these movies.
Same.
Have you seen Two States? Naukri lagti, and it's like a nice
space
and like outdoors, so beautiful. And it was in Pune. So it had like nice mountains, and it was a bit on the outskirts. It was a whole different world, and a very like it seemed very nice. Like the buildings were super tall.
Pune is well built. Like it's
yeah, fun. So that was very nice. So I worked there, and then I came to Dubai, and then my content creation journey started.
Okay, that's when it started.
Yeah, and then like I started slow with social media and all. I was working with the agency, by Nigi. And I was doing influencer marketing and social media. I think that's also where I learned a lot and got a lot of confidence to be in this field, because marketing, you know, I literally saw a transition from how marketing used to be versus how it is right now. So it seemed very interesting. Like it just kept getting better and better. Mere time pe marketing was more like sales or something, you know. Okay. And in fact, in my school, like my batch was the first batch to take the marketing course when we went into commerce.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, and then I came here right after Bainigi.
What was your best working experience till date? Which has helped you for content creation?
Can I say working for myself has been the best?
Yeah, it can be, because you have, I think you disclosed that you want to have your own like production house and all. Then you can say.
Hopefully one day.
It will. I think Cruising Cravings sounds like it's going to be.
If any sponsors are watching this video.
Yeah, there are a lot, I guess. It's okay.
I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I think working for myself, like when I started my blog, obviously I had to go so many places. You know, I have to like keep posting consistently and all of that. So I think that was really nice.
For everyone who is listening or is seeing this podcast, you're currently working with FilmFare Middle East, which is like for me, like I love Bollywood, I love acting, FilmFare is like everybody wants it.
FilmFare Middle East and Danube Properties.
Yeah, FilmFare Middle East and Danube. Yeah, Danube Properties is actually the owners for.
So Danube is the
main thing.
Head.
It's like a set.
Yeah, and then like there's FilmFare and Danube.
Okay,
and all
so. When I would see on your page, as you know, I don't follow FilmFare Middle East, but obviously I follow whatever I follow is because of you, right? And whenever I post, you make content in a way, I don't know. I just want to know, FilmFare, the main FilmFare, I'm quite sure doesn't make the same type of content which you're making. Like it's something new. I don't see FilmFare having two presenters talking about stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a new thing that you've started, or is it something that was there and you're
the FilmFare Middle East Talks?
Yeah.
The live show.
Live show.
Yeah, that is something we started like a few months ago. So we kind of like, we want to give the audience like this personal touch to what's going on. See, we are not based in India to be out there wherever celebrities are and do like, oh, this one got snapped and that one got, we spotted this and that. So we work with all the content that we have around us, what news comes up with our own research and with the interviews that are done with the stars. So FilmFare Middle East is something that we started because we wanted to like update people on like, okay, you know what, these are the top highlights happening, and then like this is what's happening in Dubai. Being in Middle East, I think Bollywood and Dubai are like so tight, right? So that is also something what we wanted to like put out there. Dubai related news, kind of interrelate both of them to make noise that we are present in Dubai, because now we have this Achievers Night coming up, the huge Achievers Night coming up. So we wanted to kind of like make noise about that
before it comes up.
Yeah, not just for that, but you know, it helps you, like honestly it helps.
I want to actually know why I'm putting, like, I want to understand that there's FilmFare Middle East and there's FilmFare. I mentioned wherein FilmFare, I don't think so will be doing the content that you're doing. So what you're doing is like completely new and different. Like so how does that function for like a big brand wherein you are the person, like, or your team is, the entire team is like there now to spearhead something that no one is going to try, at least in FilmFare or whatever. So what content, or how do you strategize your content to make something really worth, because it's a big name, FilmFare is a big name and it is catering to a different audience. So what type of strategies that you all take in mind when you're creating content for a brand which is catering to a place like Dubai? How do you all plan your stuff? That's what I want to know.
So I think what we all wanna know is like what's happening in Dubai. Like what's happening in Bollywood. Being in Dubai, we don't really we kind of get disconnected from that, and we only get to know what's happening when the movies are released.
Yeah.
So I think to keep people on toes, like okay, this is happening and that is happening, and this shoot is happening in Dubai. Shah Rukh Khan was spotted recently for Pathan shooting. So we kind of like try to bring in the news that's happening.
Okay.
And because Dubai mein itna audience is like Dubai audience is like there are a lot of Indians, and there are not just Indians, but there are so many, like even the locals, they are like very fond of
Bollywood. Yeah.
Bollywood. So I think it really works here in Dubai. So the strategies I think we use is just being very up to date about what's happening, because like we're not there in India, right? To just be around the paps, like paparazzi stuff. So just making sure like we're always like up to date, because you cannot pre-plan any post in FilmFare. Like you can't pre-plan that, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this, unless it's a celebrity's birthday. Then you create a content, from before. So it's very opposite from where I used to work earlier. Before, we used to have like a month's content calendar planned, captions planned, and then put it on auto. Right now, like I am like on my phone always, like this, checking, and just seeing that, okay, like what's new, and then I have to keep posting it every hour. Like some news has to keep coming.
And coming to content, like I want to know importance of a team. Especially in your thing, are you the only person running Cruising Cravings, or do you have like your family members
Cruising Cravings? I think.
Are you editing all your videos?
Yes.
Everything.
Why
I ask you, because I even had a phone call with you, like your video of that dolphins thing. It was like, wow. I, Sharon, and all were like, what? We also went to the same place, but we didn't get that type of footage. It looked it has 1 million views.
Yes.
That's the thing, great thing. So it looked so nice. I was like, what did you do? What did you put?
No.
So that's the thing. That's the thing I asked you. Do you edit by yourself?
Yes, I do.
So everything you're really managing?
Everything.
Even like brand, if they come to collaborate, that also you're managing?
Everything I'm managing.
Everything.
I told my sister, listen, can you please post on my TikTok? Do nothing. Just download the video and post it on my TikTok. And she's procrastinating on that since forever. So today, while coming on the way, I'm like, oh my God, I told her to put up a video. She still hasn't put. So now I'm like, okay, I'll take that headache also. Coming to the headache, that was where I was heading. So right now, you are handling one of the biggest brands called FilmFare with Danube. You're also having an amazing big page. So I feel you're doing a lot of work. So in this content creation space, I'm quite sure the answer is going to be yes, but I'll still ask you the question. Do you get stressed out with the work, and you really like, oh God, I can't do this? Has this happened? Well, I do get stressed out, but when you said that, I just realized that, you know what, I have been stressed out because of the time. But I don't think I have felt that, oh, I can't do this. I don't think I have felt that way, but I definitely do get burned out. Sometimes I just want to like throw my phone away, and I just want to switch off. I just want to watch like Netflix or just chill and just sit and do nothing. And when you do that, do you feel like I need to work? Yes. Okay. Then I feel like, I'm just sitting for 2-3 hours now. I could have edited a video. Done something. But I don't know, like especially for my own. So work is work. It goes on regardless. I think we all get tired and exhausted, but we all work, right? And especially if you're passionate about it, I think you manage to do it. Yeah, I mean, you manage to like it. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm very like, oh, I get so happy creating posts, because when I'm stressed out, like, let's be real, I just don't. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Chal jayega. Like, it's okay. Let's just get done with this work, then I'm free. But when it comes to my page also, I think that yes, I've been very stressed because I need time. Sometimes I don't get the time, and when I have the time, I just want to switch off. Yeah. But I think I feel... And then brands call you on Saturday, Sunday then? They'll to call me like at any given point, but that's okay. I feel like it's I feel responsible also towards, like, I get DMs sometimes. There was a time when my random strangers also on internet, they would just message me like, oh, you have not posted a video in so long. And then I realized that, all these people that I have on my page, they're all like organic,
invested,
right? And they have followed you for a reason. So I feel like a sense of responsibility. So it's not just about me anymore. Like, oh, I'll put it when I have to. Like, sometimes people tell me, like, take a break, leave it, let it go. Like, it's your page. I have been, in fact, told to focus on my work only and not do my cruising
Personal thing,
cravings at all. And I can continue to do that, like, after 2 years of experience, because right now, like, you should just focus on your work and stuff.
Do you, I mean, I think this is something which I feel, this is my personal thing, being in social media. I feel people who do not understand social media tell you this, because I feel that social media has to be, if you're in a social media career with a company, it's very important that the people who are following Rayna or some company, they also should personally know you, because that's where, if it's a brand which is for sales, or the brand people will connect later on, till the time they don't connect with the content creator, and that's where the personal thing comes. Yes, I follow Conan because she actually makes legit good content. So if I post something on your FilmFare or Danube, people know that she is talking genuine. They trust you. That's the reason. But I feel that's the reason why I personally feel that if we are, or whoever is in the content creation space of a particular company, should create content first on your personal page. Because that's the whole game. People who tell you that you need to focus on the social media of your particular. So I'm just saying Rayna because I love this company, but it's not. I don't have anything. No one tells me that in this company. I just feel.
No, I'm not.
Why I tell that, because I've got the liberty from my own company to do. That's why I understand that if people tell you that do not create for do not understand what social media game is all about. I mean,
or I feel like they don't understand what influencer is all about.
Yeah, what's the whole game?
Content creators are all about.
Yeah, they don't. They feel like it's. I feel that social media in the world is a very child phase. It's not like how a sales career is. It's not what a sporting career is. Like, I could say that suppose let's take a sport like cricket. In years when cricket was nothing, let's say in India, let's say before 1983, before we won the World Cup, the cricketers were not treated well. They were like nothing. They were nothing.
Just like playing games.
Yeah, until that 83 came, and then it became like career for everyone.
Yeah.
The same thing is happening now with social media. I feel people who tell you, especially, I'm just saying it's only for people who are working for a company through social media. I feel that these are for us, it's the same phase wherein people do not understand social media at all, and that's why they feel like, okay, that they are just doing personal stuff, which I personally don't feel it's personal. It's just building indirectly. That should be the strategy.
True.
So I feel that's where I say that I feel whoever tells you do not make content for a personal space has zero idea, knows nothing about social media, and knows nothing how the social media space works. Because at the end of the day, everyone is just doing this, and they will stop only because they have seen it.
Exactly.
And if you are having somebody on your on your company page, and if they do not know you, they will also do this.
True.
So your company, in fact, is just wasting
the
money
or the
of salary.
asset.
Yeah, just because that person is doing this. But if the only way that the person is not going to do this and wait for that extra 3 seconds because they personally know you. Personally, my social media know you.
And I think when you even share your, like, if you make videos for Rayna and you share it on your page, if people know you or your followers, they get very like, oh, Anil is in the video, let's like check it out because it'll be something fun and cute.
This is actually like, for me, I've realized this because in my personal company, I've got that space. Like, I was being allowed and I can make it. Now I understand how Instagram is to be done. I have realized this because there's a company called Zomato in India. Social media, like, I don't know if you know, but Zomato's name had got tarnished because of some incident in 2019 before pandemic. It was really bad. Like, and now their social media
is like a game changer. I
changed
think
the game.
So good. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, the girl, I forgot her name, Saiba, who's, I don't know, heading out. She's creating content. She's creating amazing content.
Yeah.
It's again switched. So people, again, they might, there are like, I mean, I don't know if you go and Google the thing that happened with when the entire name got spoiled because of social media. But again, they got it back because of some good creators who created literally content which is not related to
Zomato. I think that's the best part. Like, you can relate to it, and the way they add in the element of Zomato is like so subtle and so classy.
Yeah, which that's the thing which again comes because the whole management understands social media, so they know. Which I really feel with Rayna as well, my company. I think the heads understand the same thing. That's why I also got liberty. But yeah.
And you're doing so well.
That's okay. But yeah, coming to, let's talk about your team at FilmFare. Because there's a lot of work. Let's talk about them. Like, who's doing what, and who are you doing the video editing there as well, or do you have a team?
No. So we have a nice small team. We all are like doing very designated work. So we have like the content creator, the social media, like someone who's handling social media, someone who's working on getting sponsorships and like events, trying to organize that. There's the monetary aspect, right? And then there's the editor aspect for the interviews and the Bollywood related stuff. And then there are like Arabic type content copywriter who, because our magazine is also in Hindi, English and Arabic. So yeah, and graphic designer. So but we all have like a designated role. So everyone's like doing all of that.
So let's talk about your travel journey. Why I'm talking about this is because my sister in fact told me that Cruising Cravings
I love your sister.
Thanks, man. She's amazing. So
she made me go viral.
Yeah,
because of her.
Yeah, the thing, even I think you mentioned that that thing, I think, in the video as well. So Sandra is my sister. She told me that Cruising Cravings, she loves your content, obviously. That's why she was like, go. So you have a name called Cruising, but you never went on a ship.
Exactly. I was like, I have to make a patent on this word by doing the most typical thing, like going on a cruise.
Did you, before that time, did you ever think of cruising as a tourist place?
Actually, I did, and I was looking out for to go on a cruise because I knew that there is a cruise in Dubai, and like, I mean, what's not in Dubai, right? So I was like, okay, I want to go on a cruise and experience the whole, So I actually reached out to Himanshu. And I was like, Himanshu, so for all my travel, everything, I'm like, Rayna Tours. So I called Himanshu and I was like, Himanshu, listen, do you have any cruise, cruise lines? And then he was like, no, we don't actually. And I was like, they didn't. And I was like, oh, okay, because I'm planning to go on one. And then I had spoken to another travel agency who has us. So I got the quotation from them. I got everything. And I was just waiting for my second dose of vaccine. And then I would have gone through with the payment and everything. And during that time, I suddenly, like, I have 1 week left to go on the cruise. And I'm waiting for my vaccination certificate to come. And in that duration, suddenly I see a post on Rayna Tours that, oh, now we're sailing. I'm like, wow, I just had to tell them. And then I called Himanshu. I'm like, Himanshu, you have a cruise and you didn't tell me. He's like, we spoke last week, we didn't have, but now we have someone on board.
It was actually like, this whole thing, happened in 3 days, 1 day in fact.
That's what I was like, either the timing was too coincidental, or like, you guys are so amazing that you realized that, like, as a team, you guys realized that, oh, there is a demand for this. Even if it's one person who would have picked up the phone and asked, do you have this? And without, much delay, you guys did your research. You guys got Sandra on board.
I'll tell you the inside thing. So my sister was working for some other company,
Yeah,
and she
with
has
the
a
cruise line, right?
crazy craze
Yeah.
cruise background. But in Dubai, she was working for a tourism company. She's not happy. So
Yeah.
she was telling me, Anil, speak, Anil, speak. Anil never spoke. I was like, I spoke, but then I was like,
And then I think Himanshu realized that, there's a
no.
demand.
Then what happened is my sister really pestered, and something happened. I had to now go. Then next day, I told Himanshu that my sister says she wants to work, and we were not planned. There was no plan of cruising. So then they met, and Himanshu thought, I think there is some potential here. That's where he spotted, and then he took it to the higher ups, and the next day she was hired for cruise. So that's why in the 1 week time, it was some, and currently touch all the woods possible. It's doing crazy.
It's doing so well. Like, even like till date, I feel like I finally got, like, people now finally know me because of the name cruises. So now people message me, do you have more cruises?
Cruising.
Because of the name cruising also, they think like I'm still, like, if I open my DM, every day at least I get one comment or one DM, and that video is still like getting engagement.
I mean, I'm quite sure in few months time you'll get some brand collab. There you'll get it.
I hope.
Because my sister loves your content. So
and honestly, because like for me, I went all out. Like, she so it was not sponsored or anything.
Yeah, it was not.
Okay, so
in fact, cruising, just letting everyone know, cruises never sponsor anybody. Even it be a big shot, nobody. Because they don't care, so that's the thing.
But then the deal, and it was during the Eid break, and everything was like on hike. So, I mean, it was like an amazing experience, like being in the same country. You get to experience something which is not desert safari, just desert safari, or like buildings or anything. So it was very nice.
So talk about that. How was it? Like, did it seem bigger than what you expected, or?
Definitely. It was like, whoa, like you enter and there's a Swarovski staircase, and I was like, oh my god, like it was so amazing. The whole experience, the way they organized.
Talk some things that happened, like 3-4 things that happened. 3 things that happened. No, 3. Let's like made it more organized. Let's say 3 things that you loved. Like, wow, this is great. Best investment ever on a cruise.
Yeah, honestly, the whole experience, like, how do I see? I think it's very
first thing coming to your mind.
What's
the first thing coming to mind?
The first thing that comes into my mind, what did I love the most? What I loved the most was like there was no time to just like there was something happening every hour. Okay, so every morning, I love this the best. So every morning at 7 a.m. Outside your door, you would get a sheet of day 1 activities, morning, afternoon, evening, what all, and then I would sit and I would plan my day. Like, okay, 1 p.m. I'm going here, 2 p.m. then I can make for this one at 6 p.m. and the entire day used to be with some of the other activities happening, and this was 3 days. So every day there was a new itinerary of like what's going on. So it felt very nice because you could select where you want to go. It was not like, oh, you have to go do this, do that, do that, do that. So it was very nice. Like that was really fun.
And the best activity, what you loved? I heard Zumba, dance, and all was happening.
Yeah, there were like a lot of games, and there was like so on the second day there was a white party happening, and then at night there was a masquerade party happening. So there were these on the last day, on the last night in the whole cruise. There are like shops. Okay, so there's a long street. It literally looks like a street with all malls, tiny shops. And on that street, like there were people. It was a masquerade night, so a lot of people were dressed in some theme. Like someone was dressed as Joker, someone was dressed as Adam's family characters, and there were like a lot of them. They were just doing some stunts, and then there was a flash mob with all of these characters, and it was crazy. And then the whole cruise, like everyone was there, and I think that was really, really fun because everyone was just dancing, and it just felt so nice.
Celebration.
Like a celebration.
A festival or something.
And the third thing which I loved the most, actually, above all the tours, those 3 days felt like you are with a small family. you would see someone at the breakfast and you're like, oh, hi. And then you would meet them. Oh, you're here for this activity. And then you realize that, oh, this person also enjoys this activity. And then you talk to them. So it was like a whole tiny experience.
Make new friends. And all.
Yeah, made so many friends and so many like-minded people and people in Dubai and how small Dubai is.
Yeah.
I actually met 4 people who I knew from my college and my school, and I met one follower also. And she had come through Rayna Tours as well.
Wow, very nice.
So yeah, I think these 3 were like.
So does Cruising Cravings recommend people to travel and have a bucket list of traveling on a cruise ship?
Definitely.
Or you say it's not for everyone?
No, definitely. I think
is it for everyone?
It's for everyone. That's also one of the best part. Like there were people with families, there were couples, there were like bachelors, and there were couples of different nationalities and everything. So definitely a very family friendly. And if you really want to go through Rayna Tours, because that service for me, the way I could see Sandra's passion in this. Like she would just make sure that everything is going on like smoothly, and I really am not just saying it because we are here, but because I was already in talks with someone else for the same thing, and then when I got in touch with you guys, like it just happened like so
quickly.
Yeah. So
when I got some people.
But one thing. The cruise, just for your information, it comes from a different country. Yeah. It's a European cruise.
Yeah.
So,
but does their travel in Dubai?
Yeah, but so what were the worst part was there was so the Wi-Fi and everything is paid, and you can't use your mobile data because there's no network.
Yeah.
But the washrooms are also Western style.
Oh.
No water.
Okay.
3 days without water.
Wow, amazing. Oh,
yeah. So, and cables also. They were all European. So, three most important things: internet, cables, washroom.
Great. I think that's.
So this is a small inside info for everyone.
But it was fun. But at the end,
definitely,
it was the best.
Definitely.
Cool, man. I mean, I talked a lot. I want to come back to content and let's wrap up our whole podcast. I want you to share some 3 tips that you can share with people who want to be content creators in any space that you've learned over the years. What are the 3 tips that you would suggest anyone when you're creating content, or if you want to pursue a career in the field of content creation? What would those 3 things be?
Okay, so I truly believe that whenever you are creating a page or a blog or any of that sort on social media, you really need to be patient. Like very patient, because how it takes. Sometimes it goes woof, sometimes it's very down, sometimes. So patience is the key, and consistency. Like your one video could do so well just because you're posting it, or it could not perform well because you've not posted for like 4 or 5 days. So keeping that patience and consistency in place. And I would say just pick a niche also. Like people should know you for something like Anil Lobo equal Dubai funny content, something like that. Because if you put your feet in everything, there's a saying like jack of all trades and master of none. So you put your feet into one niche, gain everyone's confidence of how genuine your content is or how true you are to your own content. Like just be authentic when you're creating content, be yourself, because you know what, that's the best part, because there is no second Anil Lobo and there never will be.
Okay.
So, nobody can replicate your strategies, your style of creating content.
Hey, you're suggesting everyone. You're not telling me what to do.
No, not you. I'm telling you that nobody can be you. So
I'm feeling very emotional now.
So, that's your biggest strength, that there is no second you. Yeah. So use that to your this thing and be authentic. Don't try to copy this creator or that creator and steal ideas or anything. Just be very true to yourself.
What is comfortable to you, in short?
Definitely travel. And so for me, I really like, I'm not a rich person or something. I'm a very like from a very middle class family, but I also love exploring and finding good deals and good places like the cruise and everything. So I feel like that's also the niche that I target at. Like, have fun to your fullest without a hole in your pocket, and save up and all that, or go on off peak seasons or something. So yeah, and third one would be that just like I had one. Yeah, see, I forgot now.
You actually said 3, but this is the 4th one. But
okay. I love talking.
No, it's okay. I mean, I want to know now what's the 4th one.
So I told about the niche, right? Yeah. Like, just be true to your niche and
patience, consistency,
and keep improving your content. Yeah, I remembered what I was going to say. So 4th point.
6th now.
No, this is the 4th one. Like, keep learning and improving your content and spend time on Instagram in a healthy way instead of sitting and scrolling through videos. See what you can learn, get inspired from, and then and 5th one is never be shy to approach clients, never be shy to approach brands. Before I used to not, but I have actually seen when I actually approached with confidence, I have been reverted by brands who I wanted to work with. And so what's the max they can do is say no. So it's fine, one day they will come to you, or even if they don't, there are
other brands.
So never be shy to reach out to brands, to throw in your rate cards, to just so
damn, you have a rate card. I do not have anything. I do have.
You should make one.
I should make one after this
podcast.
Okay. Before we end, okay, I want to know, like I've told everyone, again I'm repeating this too, like for you it's first time, but I've repeated 100 times. I want to have a podcast from 1 year from now, okay, with the intention of this particular segment, because we'll be looking back at, now I'm going to ask you and I want to tell, okay, and then we're going to talk about it. The first thing,
later.
Yeah, 1 year later. The thing is, what is your goal for the coming year? Like literally your number. What do you want?
So much pressure.
It's okay. Just tell me, what do you? Everyone has that something that you want, and you want, like, I hope, I want this. What is that one thing or two things? What are your goals for personally or career-wise? How? Tell me.
I wanna be a full-time content creator for
Cruising Cravings. Okay.
Cruising Cravings.
Let's see what happens. Okay.
One time. I hopefully someday wanna be able to deserve a blue tick.
Okay, let's see from 1 year from that happens or no. It will happen. Let's see.
Don't say that.
People have 24,000 and they have a blue tick.
Followers for me, definitely, it's always a goal to grow better and bigger. I definitely wanna cross 150K.
150K in a year.
Yeah.
Like plus 150K or from now on?
No, from now onwards, 150K.
Okay.
And I wanna do a lot of travel collabs. Do a lot of travel collabs.
Okay, so 5 goals.
So
1 year's time.
I got a book from Brands for Less to write down my goals, and I've not been able to open it because it's giving me so much anxiety that, oh my god, I don't want to write it down because it puts you in a lot of this thing. But now I
tension. But yeah, let's see. It's like, let's hope it happens. So
tell me one. Tell me yours.
Well, my goals.
Yeah.
Mine very small, yaar. I just want to be a really, really, really good content creator. Like I look up to 2 people in UAE. Like one is Chris Fade. Everyone does, and then one is Khalid Alamri.
I love Khalid.
They are content creators, but they are fun content. Legend. They are a brand now. I don't want to reach there, but I just want to be able to create or do stuff like the way they do in ease. I really feel it's easy. It's not at all easy.
I think being able to tell stories.
Being able to tell stories.
That's what I want to do.
That's what I want to master.
Doing stories through our content.
Actually. So let's end with final notes. I really feel that personally, Cruising Cravings is like a brand. And I feel like at least from a year, or at least let's give it a 5-year thing. I think 5 years down the line, it will be like a brand. Yes, I don't know how do you pursue, but I think it will be, because I feel you are already in that path of, self-learning and doing. And I'm quite sure you might have written that goal somewhere. And I feel 5 years down the line, Cruising Cravings is going to be a brand.
I hope. Then we'll do another podcast.
5 years later. So I have like 3 content ready now. So, Conan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I loved it.
High five again. Goodbye. Take care.